And in entertainment news, Kim Kardashian confirmed earlier this month that she has had her uterus surgically cleaned, increasing the chances for conception of even more Kardashians. Hey humans, I'm Amanda Montell, and this is The Dirty Word, where sex and language get it on. Today, we're going to be talking about vocal fry, a linguistic phenomenon thought to occur primarily in young women. You may remember vocal fry from its explosion in the media a few years ago. Recently, people have started talking about vocal fry again, but this time, they're inspiring us to rethink everything we thought we knew. Let's start with what vocal fry is. Basically, it's the sound we make at the ends of sentences by compressing our vocal cords. That cuts back the air that's able to get through the larynx, causing them to vibrate super slowly. That produces this series of audible taps, which end up kind of sounding like the death rattle from The Grudge. Back in 2012, there was this huge news flare-up about vocal fry. The media was saying it was this new trend creeping into the speech of college-aged women, a linguistic disease caught by the likes of Zooey Deschanel and Kim Kardashian, who are known for their cash Valley Girl-esque speech. Old white dudes across the country nailed vocal fry. NPR's Bob Garfield called it vulgar and repulsive. I think the word abomination was used. Here's the thing though, vocal fry is nothing new. Technically, it's called creaky voice, which is way more fun to say in my opinion. And it's actually built into the phonology of some languages around the world. So there are words that exist in foreign languages that you'd actually be pronouncing wrong if you didn't have any creak or vocal fry. Some linguists believe that vocal fry really is more common among young American women. They say that young women have always been the trendsetters for language. So if you want to hear what everyday mainstream speech will sound like in 10 years, find a young urban female and listen to the way she talks. They aren't totally sure why young women seem to be the trendsetters this way. Some think it's because women form more of the social bonds that allow a linguistic trend to spread. Others think it's because women are often less constrained by corporate speech, and this allows them to branch out. Vocal fry is a lot like the word like. When women first started to say the word like after every other word some 20 years ago, like, I like her, but I don't like her. Old white dudes thought that was heinous. But today, my 60-year-old dad says like. Everybody does. So they say vocal fry will be the norm one day. It's just being introduced now by young women. And there's nothing an older man hates more than some young chick swooping in and shaking things up. Personally though, I think there's something else at play here too. See, the study out of the University of Miami last year showed that people dislike a woman's voice with vocal fry notably more than a man's voice with the same qualities. I think it's possible that vocal fry is only a big deal because it clashes with how we think a woman should sound. See, I first heard of vocal fry when I was a kid doing community theater. I was the genie's understudy in a truly spectacular rendition of Aladdin, and I distinctly remember the director yelling at the girl who played Jasmine for saying her lines with vocal fry. He said it sounded too casual. Traditionally, we expect women to have high-pitched, composed, feminine voices. Think Anne Hathaway. There's nothing casual about the way she speaks. There's no vocal fry. And that comes across as pretty and professional in the way a woman should. The other month, I heard a linguist named Penny Eckert say she was recently listening to a female radio reporter speaking with a lot of vocal fry. She thought the reporter sounded way too casual, not authoritative enough. But when she played the recording for her students at Stanford, they thought she sounded totally professional. So Eckert did a test. She played the vocal fry recording for about 600 people, and she found that people over 40 didn't think the reporter sounded authoritative. But people under 40 thought she sounded great. Eckert says that older people tend to get cranky when language changes on them, and the first thing they do is blame these problems on young women, even though the men are doing it too. With vocal fry, they're criticizing young women for not sounding the way a woman should. Here's my theory though. If millennials and Gen Yers don't judge women as much for not having these presentational, high-pitched voices, if our generation is cool with women sounding a little bit more casual, maybe one day soon, there won't be so much pressure for women to come across as traditionally feminine. Maybe it means that in the future, women won't have to sound so perfectly poised to be taken seriously. Maybe it means that one day, we'll all get to sound a little bit more free. But that's just the optimist in me. I want to know your thoughts. Do you notice vocal fry in your own speech? In others? Does it bug you? I want to know everything in the comments below. And remember, stay dirty.